Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Barnes. Brad Jennings' civil suit continues in a Springfield federal courtroom today. That's where Color 10's Bailey Stroll is. Bailey, we'll get to you just in 1 minute. We want to let you know that we brought you all of it, from his original murder conviction and his wife's 2006 death to the evidence that freed him in 2018 and now his own lawsuit against the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Color 10's Bailey Stroll has been sitting in for day 2 of this trial. And Bailey, I understand that we were expecting opening statements. Have those happened yet?
Yes, opening statements have officially been given from both sides. That means the plaintiff attorneys for Brad Jennings as well as defense attorneys for Highway Patrol Sergeant Dan Nash. Those were heard by the 9 jurors in this federal courtroom this morning. Now, as for the plaintiff's opening statements, attorneys argued again that Sergeant Dan Nash deliberately withheld gunshot residue test results of Jennings' robe, the one he was wearing the night his wife died. The attorney also claims Jennings has since suffered significant financial problems from being in prison for nearly a decade, as well as suffering from depression and PTSD. Meanwhile, the defense's opening statements claimed mostly that Nash isn't solely responsible for the gunshot residue results not being released to prosecutors, with Nash's attorney saying, quote, "It was a group effort by multiple people in the Highway Patrol." Now, the first witness called to the stand today was Lindsay Phoenix, former attorney for Jennings, who is the one who discovered that there were gunshot residue tests done on Jennings' clothing and the results were never released. Now, she says she cried when she finally realized that these results were going to be released to her. Now, she has been cross-examined by Nash's defense team, and we are expecting several more witnesses to take the stand today and be heard. We will have more on that throughout the rest of the week, and of course tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting in Springfield, Ozarks First, I'm Bailey Stroll.
All right, thank you, Bailey. We also need to let you know 3 teenagers are in custody after breaking into a Springfield elementary school early this morning. Springfield police say the suspects threw a brick through the front glass door at Wilder Elementary School around 1:30 this morning. While in the school, an employee saw the suspects on a camera and alerted authorities. Police arrived on scene quickly and arrested 2 of the teens as they were escaping through a window. A 3rd suspect ran, but with the help of a canine unit, they were arrested a short time later. Several tablets were also recovered. The school day went on as normal. Color 10 is your local election headquarters, and just in this morning, Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt has announced he wants to keep his spot in the state government. The Republican has been serving as the 43rd Attorney General in Missouri since 2019. He previously served as state treasurer from 2017 to 19 and took over as AG after former Attorney General Josh Hawley's successful Senate run. The office of Attorney General is typically a 4-year term. And with the state ethics investigation behind him, remember this guy, former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens is looking ahead to his future. It could include a run to take his old office back later this year. Greitens resigned as governor amid scandals in 2018. And Governor Parson's team is taking it seriously. Last month, a political action committee supporting Governor Parson released a poll showing Parson would beat Greitens if it came to it. One University of Missouri political science professor says it may be too soon, though, for Greitens to re-enter the arena.
It will take a long time for people to forget about the reasons that sort of drove Greitens from office, and for him to revive his career is a fairly daunting task.
The filing period for gubernatorial candidates opens next Tuesday and runs through the end of March. This week, we're hearing Governor Parson is defending gun rights in Missouri as members of the gun control advocacy group Moms Demand Action showed up by hundreds at the Missouri State Capitol to lobby for new gun control measures.
Gun control lobbyists no doubt saw the summer spike in St. Louis gun deaths, especially among children, as a doorway to new control legislation. But Governor Mike Parson made it clear he did not see new restrictions on gun possession as the answer.
I am going to protect the rights of the Second Amendment to law-abiding citizens in this state. That's what the Constitution, I believe, says.
And in fact, the firearms legislation filed by State House Republicans focuses on expanding protections for the rights of gun owners. The Missouri chapter of Moms Demand Action has refocused the legislative spotlight on gun violence in the home.
I told his parole officers about his abuse and threatening messages. No one did anything substantial.
Abusers with access to firearms are 5 times more likely to kill their victims.
Several pending bills would take away the gun possession rights of anyone convicted of any degree of domestic violence. But all were filed by minority Democrats, and none have been assigned for committee hearings.
What they do for the legislative action, till they do it, I'm not going to make a commitment whether I support it, whether I don't support it.
Following up now on a particular story of gun violence in Missouri we've been tracking all week. Authorities arrested the man they say shot an off-duty police officer at a Missouri Walmart. Police say the suspected gunman was taken into custody after a chase in St. Louis County. The officer was working security in his second job at a Walmart in Ferguson. According to investigators, he confronted the 20-year-old who was suspected of shoplifting. They say the man shot the officer twice in the body and once in his arm, but those injuries are non-life-threatening.